Hey everyone, welcome to Pink Tutu Tarot. So today we're getting messages from your spirit guide. What do you need to know? What are they trying to tell you? What do they want you to hear, need you to hear right now? I've got 3 cards for you, 3 groups. Group 1, card is number 40, and it's co-create. I'll hold that there for a sec so you can get a good look. And of course, as always, just pause the video if you need to get a better look. Group 2, your card is number 16, all that glitters. And group 3, it's card number 24, time for a nap. Okay. All right, all you have to do now is go down into the description box, click on the timestamp for the reading you want to watch, and it will take you straight there. Thanks, y'all. Hey, group 1. So today we're going to hear what messages your spirit guides have for you. Could be in any area of your life. We'll find out as we get into it. Your initial card here is card number 40, and it's co-create. And leave that there while I get your other cards down. We have Crossroads. And the Moon. And let's get some tarot down. The Emperor reversed. Three of Swords. The World. And one more as an advice card for you. And your advice card is the Devil reversed. All right, some interesting cards here. Give me just a sec. I just want to take the cards in, and I like to listen for some initial messages for you from Spirit, and then we'll talk about what's going on here. Before I do, I'd just like to mention, if you are interested in a personal reading, you can check my website, pink22tarot.com, and see what's available there. Okay? All right, bear with me one sec, y'all, while I listen to Spirit for you. The first thing they're telling me is you're going to see a change in your circumstances. For many of you, it is a change in your living circumstances. And they're using the word circumstances, I think specifically, especially this being a general reading. It's not a personal one-to-one reading. So it has to address the many people this reading is for all at once. So for some of you, it is a change, like you're moving home, right? You're moving to a different home. Some of you, it is a change within your home. But it's not a little change. This is a big change, meaning someone's moving in, someone's moving out. Maybe there's a new baby coming in. Could be a new pet coming in. If this is something that your soul has been calling in for a while, that's only going to be for a few of you there. But it is a change in your living circumstances going forward. Let me hear what else they want to say here. saying that your life has become, I'm just trying to hear the word they're giving me. Sorry, y'all, bear with me. Oh, they're just saying your life has become unfavorable in some way. Doesn't mean awful. It doesn't mean unlivable, just unfavorable. There's something about your living situation, your home, or the livelihood within your home that needs to change, it's less of a want and more of a need from your spirit guide's perspective. You may feel like you want it. You may feel like you don't want it. That's the truth for some of you. But your spirit guides know what your soul needs. And that's what they're bringing to you. It will be a welcome change when it happens. They're saying it won't be an unfortunate change. So take that as for to ease any fears some of you may be having that, oh gosh, some terrible thing's gonna happen. No. Nothing terrible, they're saying. Nothing terrible. This is for you, not to you. This is a change for the better. In your living situation or in your home. Okay? All right. They're telling me you may or may not be aware that this is coming for you. So if you're thinking, I don't think this is for me, listen, the reading might be. Anyway, might not be. Give it another listen. Keep listening, because sometimes they're giving you a heads up about something that you don't know is coming yet. In a general reading, you have to trust your gut a little bit to tell you, yeah, this is for me, or no, it isn't, or take the parts that are for you. You know what I mean? Okay, so let's jump into the cards. Your initial card here, card number 40, is co-create. And I do want to listen to what they want to tell you about this card, so bear with me, y'all. I know it's probably more interesting when I just keep talking, but especially in this reading where your spirit guides want to come in to tell you something specific, I really want to make sure I'm listening to them clearly and giving exactly the message they want to give you. So bear with me while I listen. They're telling me that your living situation needs more connection in some way, or you need more connection within your living circumstances. Now, this could be with a romantic partner, could be with a roommate, family member. Doesn't mean you're moving in with someone, but it may have something to do with where you're living. You know what they're giving me also right now as I connect to this card is that some of you are going to begin either begin or stop working from home. And the change, at the heart of this change, is this need for more personal connection. Now, it may seem like these things are not related. For example, you may be moving to a new apartment or a new home. You may have somebody, a roommate or someone who is moving out of your home, and you're thinking, well, how is that more connection? That's less connection. They're telling me it may not seem on the outset like these things are related, that they are connected, but they are. So you're going to have to just go with some trust here as we get further into the reading. They're telling me at the heart of this situation, this change, is the need for more connection, more human connection, more spiritual connection for some of you, to be more connected to even to be more connected to what brings you joy. That's what they just said to me. Okay? So that's at the heart of this. So if you find yourself resisting a move, a change in your living circumstances, whatever that means for you, step back and ask yourself, are you resisting because of a fear of change? Do you need more joy in your life? Do you need more connection in some way in your life? The answer is yes. Then try to avoid resisting this change, because your guides are coming through to tell me that this change brings you more connection in the way that you need, in the form that you need. Okay? All right. So let's look at your Lenormand cards. You have the Crossroads followed by the Moon. They're telling me there's a change. Again, a change of direction, a new path you're following when it comes to your living circumstances, your home, how you live, or where you live. For those of you who are working from home, this again may be a move back into the office, which you may not embrace initially, but it could actually be very good for you. You'll find the social aspect to improve. For those of you who are working in office and find yourself doing the opposite, having the opportunity to work from home, consider this change as a good thing. Either way, it's a change, right? But this change in some way is going to bring you the connection you need. Maybe if you make a change and you begin working from home, you start to connect with your neighbors, that sort of thing. You make some connections you wouldn't have made otherwise. So just consider your own circumstances. Consider what may be changing if there is an awareness of it. Again, there may not be an awareness right now. Anyway, so there is a change here. When the change is made, you start to move in the right direction. You start to move toward connection. You start to move toward more joy, more happiness. No, they even just said more bliss, more bliss. And again, it may not seem like these things are related or should be related, but one thing leads to the other. One thing leads to the other. So try to trust it. Okay? All right, so let's look at your Lenormand cards. We start with the Emperor reversed. And what they're showing me is that your empire is changing direction, right? Your empire meaning, what is your realm? Your home, your living situation. It's just a reconfirmation, a revalidation of what they're saying up here. But they're also giving me here that there is a need for a release of control. They're saying you can't manage everything in your life. Despite wanting to, you can't. That's not how life works. Sometimes things show up without our asking for them. Sometimes things show up that we have asked for, but maybe in a form that's slightly different. Or sometimes they just show up unexpectedly, even though it is what we wanted. It shows up unexpectedly and it's change. And change can be, doesn't have to be, can be difficult. All your spirit guides are asking you to do here is to just release the need to grab onto the situation and control every aspect of it. Let it show up for you. Let it arrive. Let it unfold the way it is meant to, the way it needs to. Because when you try to have your fingers in every pot, when you try to control every aspect of a situation, you may inadvertently change something or affect something that isn't meant to be affected. And then your spirit guides have to come in and try to pick up the pieces and put things back to right. Let them help you. You have a team of people in spirit who are around you. You have at least one who has been around you since the day you were born. They know what you need and want. They're doing everything to help you. Let them help you. Let them help you. They'll let you know when it's time for you to do something, right? Right now they're saying what you need to do is release the need to control and allow this change to show up and, try to embrace it. Try to embrace it. All right, so we have the Three of Swords here. Now bear with me while I listen. I know, oh, hold on. They're telling me that you have gone through heartbreak in the past. Okay, who hasn't? But the first thing they want to tell you is that this situation is not about heartbreak. It's about coming together. There may be some of you that are that are on a path to dissolving a relationship. You already know this. You already know you're on this path if this is you. They want you to know that this message is not about heartbreak, even though for some of you, you may be feeling some heartbreak already. It's not about that. It's not about the pain. It is about the beauty of healing and the wonderful gifts that come on the other side of that dark tunnel. Again, that's only some of you. Only some of you are going through a breakup, a dissolution of a marriage or a relationship, something along those lines. Leaving family for reasons that you feel you have to, that kind of thing. That's not everybody. And if it's you, you already kind of know it, right? Or you very well know it. For the rest of you, even if you're in a perfectly good situation, there still is this need to connect to the wounds, the pain that you've experienced in your life, and allow healing to take place. And I know you're thinking, well, what does that have to do with moving to a new apartment? They're telling me, in my head, they're telling me it has everything to do with it. Because you're changing as you change your mindset and you change your environment and you change the people you are surrounded with, even if you don't realize it's going to involve new people, it will involve new people, new connections. You're going to find these wounds of the past, not the present, although for some of you it may be a present wound, but they're giving me wounds of the past. They begin to close up, scab over, heal, and disappear. All right, so then we have the world. They're telling me it's all coming full circle here. Yes, there are elements here of the past that need to be healed. That will happen without your help, just as long as you're open to it. The changes that are coming in, again, they're saying are happening for you, but they're bringing a situation from the past full circle so that you can have some closure, so you can have some peace, so you can have a new beginning. For many of you, this is really a wonderful new beginning. For all of you, it is, but for some of you, it will be more obvious, right? You're moving to a new city, a new home, maybe a new country. You're starting over. It's a fresh, amazing, new beginning. For others of you, the new beginning is a little bit more subtle. You'll realize it in time, that this, what feels like maybe a minor change, right? Getting a new pet, which changes how you live. It really does. It changes your living circumstances. If you get a new dog or a cat or whatever it may be, it changes how you live. But the new beginning may not feel so, immediately in your face as with other circumstances. It's still there. It's still there because it's bringing healing. It's bringing closure. It's bringing a fresh start and a fresh mindset, which is really, really important. And fresh connections. They're giving me that again. There's something, whatever this change in your living circumstances, however it unfolds for you specifically, it's bringing new people. It's bringing someone new into your life or new people into your life. Yes, there are other ways of connecting, spiritual connection, personal connection, connecting to your joy, but they are absolutely giving me people. A person who you're going to feel very, very connected to, or people who you will have a strong connection with. And it happens in part because of this change. The change in your home circumstances, your living circumstances, isn't the big deal. It's what comes after that. So the advice from Spirit is the devil reversed. Don't cling on to what you need to let go of, however big or small it may be. You may know now what it is. You may not know. You may be wondering, well, I don't know what I need to let go of. When this change shows up at your door, you'll know. You'll know because you'll feel that uncomfortable tug to keep things the same. I don't want to do that. I don't want to change. I don't want to start working from home, or I don't want to go back into the office, or I don't want to move in with a roommate or move out on my own, whatever it may be. I don't want to. Just keep things the same, right? That's your fear talking. Try to let go. Try to release the fear, the attachment to being comfortable, and allow yourself a moment of being uncomfortable, or they're giving me a lifetime of change and possibility, but even in the immediate moment, a moment of being uncomfortable in order to be in a situation where you're feeling happier, you're feeling more joyful, you have more life in you and around you because you have more connection. There's people who show up, who take you to a new place within you. You go to a new place or you change how you live, these people show up or this person shows up, and somehow they help you move to a new level within yourself and in your life. So try to trust it. Try to trust it. That's all you can do, and fight it. You can fight it. But now that you know how it turns out, why would you? Don't fight it. All right, group one, I hope that helps. I hope it resonates. I hope it gives you what you needed. Even if you don't know it in the moment, try to trust. If this reading helped you in any way, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Give it a like, subscribe, leave me a comment, whatever you feel called to do. Just helps me know that the work I'm doing is worthwhile and that we are connecting energetically. So thank you for that and have a great day, y'all. Hey, group two. All right, so today we're getting messages from your spirit guide. Whatever it is you need to know, I don't know what area of your life it will be in. We'll find out when we get into the reading. Your initial card here is card number 16, All That Glitters. I'll leave that there while we get your other cards down. Starting with some Lenormand cards. Okay. The first card is Mice. And then you have the Key. And let's get your tarot cards down. All right. 7 of Pentacles. Six of Wands. Ace of Swords. And one more as an advice card for you. And your advice card is the Ten of Swords. All right. Give me just a second. I just want to take these cards in and listen for some initial messages from Spirit for you. Before I do, I'd like to mention that while this is a general reading, and I hope it helps, if you're interested in a personal reading, one that's just about you and your situation, you can check my website, pink22tarot.com. All right, give me just a sec while I listen to Spirit for you. So bear with me one second. Okay, what they're telling me is you're beginning a phase right now of reevaluating your goals. What you thought you wanted, what you think you want, even maybe right now, is starting to change. They're telling me in a significant way. It's not that your goals, what you want to achieve, are not possible. It isn't that they're not possible. They are. What's changing is what you want. You're realizing that what you've been striving for, working toward, heading toward, while it may be good, it isn't exactly, it either isn't fulfilling to you right now, and you're realizing that already, or it isn't going to fulfill you in the way that you are hoping or were hoping. You're changing your perspective here. You're changing your thoughts about this. Where at one time you might have thought, well, I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give up what I'm doing or what I'm working toward. It's not about giving up anymore. It's about changing direction to be in better alignment with what you really want. And it may involve a little bit of going within to question yourself as to what you really, really want. Sometimes we just stay on the surface and we say, well, this is what I want, and that's what I want. And, those may be true, but if you go a little bit deeper, you may realize that the reason why you're feeling a bit unfulfilled as you're heading towards your goals, as you're working on something, as you're, heading along a path, is because it isn't exactly what you want. There's something more. There's something deeper that your heart is crying out for, wants more than anything. And you can't get it. This is what they're telling me. The way you're going. You have to change direction a little bit. You don't have to. They're telling me you'll want to. You either do want to now or you will very soon. You're going to realize that change isn't a bad thing. Changing direction isn't a bad thing. It's a positive thing. And it feels so good when you move and you change direction and it's in alignment with what your heart really wants. It's like everything comes together and you feel so much better. You stop doubting yourself. You stop questioning whether you can do this or that. Number one, it works. And number two, it feels good while you're working toward it. Feels better than you've been feeling working toward it. What really they're giving me is not the wrong thing, but not exactly the right thing for you. Okay? All right. So your initial card here, all that glitters, they're telling me this represents the goals you've had, whatever they may be for you. This being a general reading, you have to sort of fill in the blanks yourself because it's not just about you, it's about everybody who's watching. But what you've been working toward, it may be a very noble goal, it might be a very good goal. You may have really, really wanted it at some point, but now that you are in the midst of achieving it or working toward it or becoming it, you're not happy. There's this sense of, shouldn't I be happier? I have everything I thought I wanted, or I'm closer to having what I wanted than I've ever been, and I'm still not happy. It's because you thought this was going to make you happy when you weren't quite fully listening to your heart and what your heart wants. Or something has changed. You may have changed. People change. Allow the change to happen. Because, all that glitters is not gold. If you know that saying, it means something looks amazing, looks wonderful from the outside. But once you get into it, you realize, it's just confetti. It's not gold. It's not enough to make you happy. There's more for you, not less. There's more for you. And it's more of what you want, what you really want, not less. All right, so looking at your Lenormand cards, we have the mice and we have the key. They're telling me here with this mice card, you've been working really hard towards something. Mentally, physically, emotionally, whatever it may be for you, you've been going at this bag of grain like these mice are, working toward it, keeping your head down, going after it, doing what you can, and not really stopping to say, does this make me happy? Am I enjoying this? You're so focused on the end game, on doing the work and getting it done, and getting to where you want to go, that you forgot to enjoy it or to ask yourself if you're enjoying it. And your spirit guides are coming in to tell me you're not quite happy with what you're doing, are you? If this is your reading, then that message should feel right. But with the key card, there is a solution. It doesn't mean throw all your hard work away. It doesn't mean give up everything. It doesn't mean you've wasted your time. It means you need to make a shift. That shift is coming for you. It may just come as an awareness so that you know what to do, how to do it. You're not throwing everything away. You're just unlocking a new door that is going to feel happier. It's going to feel better. You're going to enjoy the journey as much as the destination once you make this shift. It does require you to go within and ask yourself, what do I really want? How do I really want my life to look? How do I really want my job, my career to look, my relationship, my home, whatever it may be for you? Whatever you've been working on, head down, grinding away, doing what you can. It's not fulfilling. It's not making you happy like you thought it would. You could step outside yourself and look, you'd go, why isn't this making me happy? But your guides are coming in to say, don't step outside yourself and ask why. Go within and ask what. What do you really want? The answer is there. Okay? And they're telling me it might not be easy. It might be a little bit hard to convince yourself to make a shift. But once you do, what do you say? They're saying once you do, there will be untold joy. Untold joy. It's like a relief. That's the feeling they're giving me. They're giving me this, oh, finally, this feels right. Right? It's kind of like what they just gave to me in imagery in my mind is when you're driving somewhere and you realize you're lost and you keep going, right? But you don't recognize any of the landmarks. Where am I? Where am I? This isn't, maybe you went out for a nice, Sunday drive and you wanted to enjoy yourself, but then you found yourself somewhere unfamiliar and you feel a bit lost. And you start to get anxious, doesn't feel good anymore. That moment when you see something you recognize, when you suddenly know where you are and what direction to go, oh, that feels good, right? That feels right. Finally, I'm okay. I'm not lost anymore. It's a bit like that feeling. I'm not saying you're lost, but it is a bit like that feeling. That's what's coming in for you. All right. So your initial tarot card is the Seven of Pentacles. They're telling me they know you have planted seeds for something that you've wanted for a long time. You've been working on something. You've been growing something for yourself. They want you to take the time to ask yourself what you're growing and why. Did you plant tomato seeds when you don't even like tomatoes? Or did you plant tomato seeds when what you're really craving are strawberries? It's not that you were doing the wrong thing, because they're telling me you were on the right path for where you were at the time. But you're able to go deeper now and start asking yourself some more difficult questions. You're able to go within now and challenge yourself to find that missing piece that will actually make you happy. And even if it feels scary to make a change, Even if it feels like you're giving something up, they're telling me you're not giving up anything. You're gaining something. You're gaining something very, very important. All right, so then we move into the Six of Wands. They're telling me you're going to be happy. You're going to make or become or do what you wanted, what you want now. You don't have to be disappointed if a part of the dream you've had in the past disappears, if it wasn't bringing you all the joy you hoped it would. What have you actually lost? Nothing. Success, happiness, victory is on the other side of your bravery, your courage to change what you're doing, how you're doing it. Not because the universe is making you, not because it's not working, not because you can't do it, but because it doesn't bring you joy. It's not making you happy, not happy enough, not as happy as you want to be. Your victory, your success is on the other side of the courage to make that change and to go for what your heart really wants more than anything. Trust it. Trust it. All right, so then you have the Ace of Swords. Now, give me just a second. I just want to hear what they want to say about this. Bear with me. You're telling me your thoughts are changing and not to be afraid of that. They're encouraging you to allow it. Oh, okay. They just gave me, as a child, it goes from crawling, scooting to crawling to wobbly walking to walking fully and running. A parent wouldn't discourage that child from growing, right? From moving to the next level, from getting to that next stage of their life. Yes, that baby's happy as all heck to be crawling all over the house, right? At some point, that baby wants to stand up on 2 feet and walk. Doesn't mean the crawling was bad for them. It just means the walk is better. And a parent wouldn't discourage that. Your guides are not discouraging that. They are encouraging you to take that next step. What next thing is going to make you happy? What new thing is going to make you happy? How can you make a change to what you're going after that will make your life better in almost every way? Only you have the answer. You have to go within and ask yourself that. So it requires some new thinking. It requires you to open to new ideas, to being available for inspiration, but mostly going within and really just having that challenging talk with yourself. I know I'm not happy. I know it's hard to give something up or to make a change, but you deserve happiness. You deserve to be fully happy with the thing you're working so hard to achieve. Put that effort towards something that actually is going to bring you joy and fulfillment. You'll find that out if you go within. Now, the advice from Spirit is the Ten of Swords. It's time to let go. The Ten of Swords is often portrayed as like this, terrible, woe is me, all these swords in my back, kind of over dramatized ending. This particular card isn't like that at all. She's facing forward. These birds are flying forward, showing her the way. She's looking at a new horizon, at the sunrise. She's ready to take steps into the future. We don't even know what's behind her, and it doesn't matter. Let go. It's okay. to change your mind and to move forward. Could be for some of you a major change in direction. Could be for some of you it's just a minor change, a tweak. Depends on you. But your guides are coming in to say that happiness is on the other side of that. Success is on the other side of that. The key to getting what you really want comes down to your ability to let go of what you really don't want, what really isn't doing it for you anymore. All right, group 2, that's what I have for you. I hope that helps. If it did, I hope you'll consider giving it a thumbs up. Drop me a comment, subscribing, whatever you feel called to do. Really helps me know that the work I'm doing here is worthwhile to you and that our energies are connecting. So thank you for that and have a great day, y'all. Bye-bye. Hey, group 3. All right, today we're getting messages from your spirit guides. What do you need to know? This could be in any area of your life. We'll find out as we get into it. Your initial card is card number 24, and it says time for a nap. Leave that there. We'll get some additional cards up, starting with some Lenormand cards. First card is lilies. And the tree. And let's get some tarot down for you as well. The King of Pentacles. Eight of Swords in reverse. Ace of Swords in reverse. And one more as an advice card for you. And you have the Hanged Man. Okay, give me just a second. I just want to take the cards in and then I'll listen for some initial messages for you from Spirit. Before I do, I'll just mention that while this is a general reading and I hope it helps you, if you would like a personal reading that's just about you, your situation, your life, you can check my website, pink22tarot.com, and see what's available there. Okay, give me just a sec while I listen to Spirit for you. Bear with me. They just said to me is that right now you feel like a lot is happening in your life and nothing is happening in your life at the same time. And I know that's a bit of a paradox. But they're saying it's true. It's true. You feel like there's a lot going on, a lot coming at you, a lot you're meant to do, supposed to do, trying to do. But you're also feeling a bit lost, a bit empty, a bit unfulfilled. They just said you're feeling a bit like you've been uninvited to the party. Like everybody else is doing something, getting somewhere, whatever it may be, and you've been left out. That may be literally, that may be kind of more metaphorical, like, you know, when you look at everybody else's life and everybody seems to be happy and in happy relationships and succeeding and going on vacations and all of these things, and your life doesn't feel that way. A lot of that is smoke and mirrors. We all know that. It's not all real, what we see, especially online, but your guides are coming in to acknowledge the fact that you feel both busy, overwhelmed, fatigued, but also excluded, lost, empty. even unfeeling, which is a weird word they just gave me. What do you mean by unfeeling? Numb. They just said you might be feeling a bit numb, like you don't know how to feel. They're telling me you're in this kind of in-between place right now, where you're not, okay, you're not in the past and you're not in the future. And I know we're all in the present, but what they're giving me is that you're almost in like a state of limbo. And it's not an accident. It's meant to help you, regardless of how it feels. They just said it may feel like you're swinging without a rope, like you're just floating in the air, unanchored, unmoored, untethered. It's a bit unnerving, isn't it? They're giving me the feeling that you are, if this is your reading, they're giving me the feeling that you're experiencing, probably to different levels based on who you are in your life, what's going on, but they're giving that feeling to me, and it does feel unnerving. It feels um it feels empty and a little bit scary, but not. Anyway, you know how you feel. I just wanted to acknowledge that they were um, bringing that feeling to me so I could feel it and understand what you're going through in some sense. But at the same time, it's not that you're sitting there with nothing to do, nowhere to go, no outlet for your emotions or anything. You have. They're telling me you're busy, and in fact, you're a bit worn out. Even if you've taken some of the load off recently, you still feel tired. You still feel worn out. You still feel like you're doing too much and not enough at the same time. Like no matter what you do, the results are the same. Running on a treadmill. Okay. All right. Well, that's what they gave me as your initial message. If any of that resonates with you, this is your reading. Trust it. So stick with me. If it doesn't resonate with you whatsoever, try one of the other readings. No big deal. No big deal. Okay. So your initial card here, card number 24, time for a nap. They're saying to me, you don't want to rest because you feel like you will lose ground if you don't keep going. You don't feel like you're making enough progress. You don't feel like you're getting anywhere. You don't feel like your life is changing. For as hard as you're working, your life isn't changing. Things aren't improving. So the idea of stopping and doing nothing feels like going backwards. Like, of course, you're going to achieve even less, right? They're telling me you need to. You need to. You need to reevaluate. You need to reassess. You need to rest. You need to rejuvenate. They're saying most of all, you need to give. Hold on, I'm listening, so bear with me. You need to give your heart a chance to catch up with your mind. Your mind is moving forward very quickly, wanting, doing, trying to figure out what you can do to, whatever, meet your soulmate, achieve your career goals, whatever it may be for you. Your heart is lagging behind because it knows you need time. That's why you're feeling like you're in two places at once, right? You're in this place of maybe working your behind off or trying everything, doing everything you can, maybe not quite having the energy to even do everything you want to do. But no matter how hard you go at it, you don't seem to be achieving much. And it's because your heart has slowed down. Not literally, y'all. Your soul has slowed down. It's slowing you down. Not because you need to sleep, right? It's not that you need a nap. Maybe you do need a nap, right? Maybe you do need to give your body a chance to rest. But they're really giving me, this is more about your spirit. This is more about your heart. This is more about you and what your soul needs. It needs time to catch up. It needs time to embrace what you really want, and to rebuild your energy and your stamina to help you get where you want to go. You're not going backwards. What will happen? This is what they're telling me. What will happen if you can slow down, give yourself the breaks you need? You will find that your progress actually picks up, speeds up much more quickly than if you continue to grind. You continue to push forward. They're equating this, and y'all have to trust me, I know nothing about weightlifting or any of that, but this is what they're giving me. It's a bit like when you work with heavy weights and you're working on a muscle group. You work it every single day, and you create these tears in your muscles, and you don't give your body a chance to recover. You end up getting, what is it? Hold on, y'all, I'm listening. You end up with less strength rather than more, because your body isn't able to repair. Your body isn't able to catch up with the work you've been doing. It's a bit like that. That said, if you work a muscle group, however much you are supposed to, and then you give yourself a rest day, a chance to recover, you reemerge from that rest day stronger than you went into it. Stronger than you would if you didn't allow yourself that rest day. So I know there's more here for you than just give yourself a break, so bear with me. I know we all hear that message and we start to tune out because we don't believe it. We don't believe that taking a break from work, from routine, from striving, from going after is going to actually achieve more. So stick with me. I know they've got more to tell you than that. Not to say that that message is wrong. They're absolutely bringing it to you. You do need to give your body, yourself, your mind, your heart a break. There's more. So your Lenormand cards, we have the lilies and the tree. Bear with me. I just want to listen to what they want to say. Bear with me. They said, out of this stillness, you can achieve greatness. Out of the stillness, you can achieve greatness. Okay. I'm listening for them to put that into some practical terms now. Okay, they're telling me here with this lilies card, if you can look at it, in this particular card, there's frogs on these lily pads. And they're saying right now, it's taking all your strength. If you can imagine being a frog, sitting on a lily pad on the water, it's taking all your strength and balance just to keep from falling into the water, right? Because this lily is not solid. It's not on solid ground. It's on water that is moving, waving. There's a current. And so while it may look like you're not doing enough, you're not getting anywhere, you're actually in constant motion. You're in constant motion, right? Like the core of this little frog is constantly readjusting, keep them balanced, to keep them in place. They're saying that's a bit like you right now. You're using all of your energy, all of your strength, and it feels like it's just to keep your head above water. If you give yourself a break, let yourself fall off the dang lily pad or jump off of it. It's not where you want to be anyway, right? Your goals are built on solid ground, or should be built on solid ground. Your life right now feels a bit too precarious. But if you can get off the lily pad, if you can stop fighting just to stand still and allow yourself to become more rooted, more grounded, more still, the tree grows, blossoms. The stillness becomes greatness, right? All these branches, all these leaves, all that abundance, all that sustenance that's there. It starts by being grounded and allowing yourself to be still long enough for the roots to grow, for that seed to flourish and become not just a seedling, not just a plant, but a big oak tree. They're telling me you're wasting your time right now. And that's just them coming in with a strong message just to kind of snap you out of the complacency. You're wasting your energy. You're wasting your time right now, spinning your wheels, getting nowhere. Let it go. If you give yourself a break and allow your body, your heart, your mind, your soul to recover, you will see that what you were doing, are doing, isn't getting you where you want to go. Your goals are achievable, but not the way you're going at it right now. You're wearing yourself out just to keep your head above water. It's time to stop. Cut yourself a break. Allow yourself to reassess, reevaluate, reconsider. Take a break. Step back and look at what you're doing, what's working, what's not working. And allow yourself to become more rooted, more grounded, more strong, more stable, so that you can grow into something. Your goals can grow into something worthwhile instead of a flimsy lily pad floating on the water. Okay? All right. And so your initial tarot card is the King of Pentacles. Let me just hear what they want to say here. Again, they're saying it's time to be still. It's time to sit back. If you can see this grandfatherly looking man sitting in this chair, he's sitting back and he's looking at this big pentacle in his hand. He's not working, he's not doing, he's relaxed. And he's looking at the pentacle and asking himself, is this what I want? Is this getting me where I want to go? Is this taking me where I want to go? Maybe he wants a much bigger pentacle. And the work he's been doing is only getting him this far, which is not nothing. Not to say you haven't achieved anything, but if you're feeling lost, if you're feeling empty, if you're feeling like, when is something going to give? When am I going to get mine? The first step is to sit back and look at what you're doing and allow your heart to catch up with your mind. It will tell you, your heart will tell you where you need to go, what you need to do. How does it tell you? It tells you because when you think about it, it feels good, it feels right, it feels happy. When your mind is doing the work, it feels scary. It feels burdensome, it feels heavy. So listen to your heart, listen to your heart. All right, so then we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. Okay, they're actually talking, they often talk to me through the pictures in the cards. And what they're drawing my attention to is this mirror. And they're saying right now, as if this card was upright, right now you're looking at yourself in the mirror and saying to yourself, what have I done? What have I got for myself? Why haven't I achieved more? Why haven't I made the progress I wanted to make? Why haven't I gotten where I want to go? Why? And that mirror image is looking back at you and you feel very trapped because you're not getting the answers you want. But your card came in reverse. You're throwing that mirror away. You're stepping back and allowing the answers to arrive. When they arrive, you'll know it. A new direction will show up, a new, what do you say? A new program. I don't know what that means, but it'll mean something to some of you. A new program will show up. A new class or organization will show itself to you. And you'll know, I need to do that. That's the answer. And you're not going to necessarily know it's the answer when it shows up, but you will know it feels good. And it feels right. Not out of fear, because it's comfortable, but just out of joy. It will feel like freedom. Because when you're looking in the mirror, you're seeing how far you haven't come. You're also like looking through the looking glass at everyone else's accomplishments, achievements, relationships, lives. And it's all very two-dimensional. You're not seeing the truth. What you want is possible. If it's meant for you, you can have it. It's going to be there for you. But the way you're going at it right now, you're just beating yourself up. It's getting you nowhere. And it would be easy for Spirit to come in and say, okay, you need to make a change. This is what you need to do, X, Y, Z. But that's not their job. Not this time, anyway. Their job right now is to tell you to relax, sit back, reassess. Where could you do things differently? How can you do less work, less spinning your wheels, less, constant motion just to stay in the same place? How can you do less and achieve more? The answer will come with time and reflection. The answer isn't in a book. It isn't in a tarot card here to say to you, this is what you need to do. Do this right now, and your life will change. The answer is inside of you. And you're all different. You all have a different answer. But they're telling me the only answer you can have right now, the only answer you can count on right now is that if you stop, if you slow down, if you give yourself the space to reassess, that's where you'll find the answer. The answer will be there. All right, so then you have the Ace of Swords in reverse. Stop thinking, right? You're going to give yourself a break because either you will choose to or your body will insist on it, right? When you give yourself a break, you'll give that thinking mind a break. Relax into it. Let inspiration come. Let your heart bring you answers. It's time to stop spinning that mental wheel. Right now you may be going, okay, well, maybe if I try this or I try that, or if I go about it this way. That's that mental wheel going around and around, that grinding that doesn't stop because you're just trying to find the answer. And in the meantime, you're working, trying to find the answer. Nothing's working. All you're doing is maintaining. You can't think your way out of the answer. You can't think your way into the answer right now. You have to relax into it. Reflect into it. Give yourself some time. All right. So your advice card, no surprise, is the Hanged Man. Allow yourself some time. It's not forever. It doesn't mean giving up. It just means slow down, release some of the things that you're doing that don't have to be done. Maybe reassess what you think has to be done and what doesn't. And allow yourself to see things from a new perspective. Allow yourself to gain a new perspective on what you're doing and how you're doing it, so that you can start moving forward again. It's time. It's time. But it's up to you. All right, group 3, I hope that helps. I hope it may not be what you wanted to hear, but I hope it brings you what you needed to hear. If it helped you in any way, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Drop me a comment down below, subscribe, whatever you feel called to do. I'm grateful for it. It helps me know that the work I'm doing here is worthwhile. And also that our energies are connecting, which is really a beautiful thing as well. So thank you so much for being here, y'all, and have a great day.